Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And yes, it is still MadWorldTarot, even though the tarot cloth has changed. It's the 1st of August here. It feels very spring-like. The spring flowers, the famous Cape fynbos is flowering at the moment, and so I decided we would liven things up, jolly things up with a new tarot cloth and a bit of a change around as well. In the royal world, a couple of engagements announced. One of the Spencer girls is engaged, and also Peter Phillips has announced his engagement to Harriet Sperling. She's a nurse. She seems very lovely from what I've read about her in, of course, the Daily Mail. So I'm sending them my best wishes and congratulations. Good news, I think, much needed good news for the royal family. Also a little shake up because MadWorldTarot recently turned 4, and to my great amazement and also gratitude to all of you who have supported this channel so kindly over the years. It's been great fun. I'm hoping we can carry on having fun here at MadWorldTarot. And my last bit of housekeeping news is I am going to resume the other readings in the next few days, hopefully, if I can find a way to do it in a way that's less draining for me energetically. So watch out for that. I'll let you know in the community, under the community tab, when that is up and running, and we'll just ease into that as well. So on this 1st day of August, I'm going to do a check-in with the royal family in this reading and with Harry and Meghan in the next reading. I'm calling it Quantum of Malice as opposed to Quantum of Solace. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for the royals in this reading and see, as I say, they've had some good news in the last few days, a bit of an injection of positivity, but I'm going to just check in and see how they're doing after the years of attrition from Harry and Meghan. How's the royal family holding up? Just generally, we've got some big things coming up in August. We've got a big birthday on the 4th, Madame's birthday, Princess Anne's birthday, off to Balmoral, possibly a sighting of Has-Been and maybe some children and maybe even Madame there, rumour has it. So we got some things to look at coming up. I'm just doing a check-in today, 1st of August, new tarot cloth. Haha, there's the devil with the 7 of Cups. That's a little 2-card reading for you. The influence of Madame on the royal family, but we'll put it away. And let's get to the Celtic cross, doing it from the royals' point of view. How have they been impacted by all the hostility, all the negativity, all the toxic things that have been said and done? How are they holding up, just generally? I know that there is some controversy around King Charles and all kinds of things. So we're not going to look at that directly now, just seeing where they are before we get into the meat of August and the readings that I'm sure will be coming our way to do with the rather dreadful duo in Montecito. So let's remind you, it is tarot for fun and entertainment. It is, of course, all my opinion, all speculation. I just read energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see. How's the royal family doing? Got the 3 of Cups, and that's, we've gone a bit wonky here. I'm still getting used to the flowers, trying not to be distracted by the flowers. The 3 of Cups is celebrating, is fun things like engagements and parties and hanging out with your friends and having a good time. But it's in reverse. It has been very little to celebrate as a result of all the negativity that's been going on. And by the way, this is just the standard Rider-Waite tarot that I'm using today, so no need to explain what I'm doing, what cards I'm using. Just good old Rider-Waite. So there we have it. 3 of Cups in reverse can also mean rather falling out with people that you were friendly with, and I think that does speak to the Harry and Meghan situation. We're getting mutterings about Sandringham and Christmas and things like that from the Has-Beens camp. 3 of Cups in reverse, not being invited, not celebrating, not hanging out with people that you used to enjoy hanging out with. And I bet in Montecito right now as the news of this engagement has unfolded. There is some feeling of regret because I doubt very much that Harry and Meghan are on the list of wedding guests, prospective wedding guests. Just my opinion, of course. So, royal family, how are they doing right now? We got the Two of Cups. That's a reconciliation card. And I think the time is drawing nigh where we are going to hear at least that Harry and Pa have met somewhere, somehow. I don't know whether Archie will be included or Madame will be included, but there we have it. All the chatter about reconciliation. It makes me feel a bit uneasy because I wonder about health situations and reasons for all of that. We're not looking at that now. It's just coming through energetically for me, which, as I say, I don't like. But anyway, there it is, the reconciliation card. What's the big problem, the big issue right now for the royal family is the Temperance card, and it's in reverse. And this is the balance card and moderation and being angelic also. Blending energies, the Temperance card, being patient. It's a very beautiful card. It has a very high energy. It's got very enlightened qualities about it. It's in reverse. So they're dealing with people who are not temperate, who are extreme and erratic and unpredictable and dangerous and don't blend well. They don't harmonize with the rest of the family. They're all about what they can get for themselves out of the situation rather than being part of an enormous family. It is an enormous family, the royal family. I come from a rather small family, so I'm always amazed at how many cousins and things there are. And the next generation is very prolific with children and things. So it's a big family and they don't fit in, they don't blend well, they are disruptive. And it's interesting that their new PR team is proud to describe themselves as disruptors, according to Neil Sean, who's forever using that word. But there it is, disruptive, needing to reconcile, but very dangerous to invite that energy into your midst. So what's going on behind the scenes? What's deep down in the hidden energy, the sort of root cause of things, if you like? And we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, another card of imbalance. The Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, equality, kindness, sharing, generosity, all of those charitable works. It's in reverse. The two, of course, wanted to earn money, wanted to make tons of money, not just earn money, go and live quietly in California and keep their heads down. No. Wanted to be billionaires, wanted to mix with the celebrities in California and wherever else, and also politicians. Let's not forget, Meghan at some stage was promoting herself as next president of the United States. Mercifully, that noise has died down. But the Six of Pentacles in reverse is all about the money. It's not doing good deeds. It's being quite grasping. It's taking more than giving. Temperance card up there in reverse, similar. So problem again with energy being out of alignment with the rest of the royals, and this is for purely mercenary reasons, in my opinion. We of course have to remind you all my opinion. Let's get to the focus, the royal family right now. What's their mind on? What goals do they have right now when it comes to Harry and Meghan? We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's interesting because it's the greedy card, the Nine of Cups, the glutton, and it's in reverse. We're not letting them back in to help themselves to whatever it is that they want. And it's very clear from all the briefing and counter briefing that, in my opinion anyway, very clear that what is going on is a bit of a money grab, taking more than you're entitled to. Nine of Cups in reverse. We're not going to let them indulge themselves at our expense because it would look so bad if they were allowed back in. And here is a huge mansion for you, and you can stand on the balcony and you can drape yourself in the crown jewels and all the rest of it. A very bad look. something else in that energy though, something much more serious with the Nine of Cups in reverse. You're dealing with substance abuse potentially and the need to sober up. And that, as I say, is very serious energy that's coming through. Three of Cups in reverse, similar. Partying too hard, overindulging, it's problematic. And I'm getting that if there is any hope of reconciliation, it's now reading with that Three of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups, the reconciliation card, the overindulgence energy in the Temperance card being immoderate in your personal energy and practices, behaviors, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm getting you want to come back, you're going to have to do 12 steps or something similar, a similar kind of a program, a detox, sober up. And that's interesting. It's the first time I've got that kind of energy. I haven't read on those issues for a while. I do read periodically on them for both Harry and Meghan because there's consistent rumours and speculation about both of them and the fact that they might have problems potentially, allegedly, with substances. It's screaming at me in this reading, if you want to back in at any level, not balcony waving level, just basic family, how are you, checking in kind of level, you need to get sober. That's my opinion. That's how the cards are reading. So let's look at the past from the Royal's point of view. We got the High Priestess, staying silent, keeping your own counsel. Also probably access to information, secrets, those kinds of things. People who know stuff, can be psychologists, psychiatrists, can be military, can be those kinds of people, security types of people, but just keeping quiet. The never complain, never explain thing coming through very loudly with the High Priestess because it is the card of silence. And so keeping their counsel, the royal family, en masse, not reacting, not allowing themselves to be provoked into any kind of response, no matter what intemperate behavior is going on, what wild accusations, what devilish behavior has been going on, the grifting potentially in the Six of Pentacles in reverse, all of that stuff, just keeping quiet. Very difficult because it's human nature to want to defend oneself when one has been attacked unreasonably and viciously, especially in such a public way. But silence. What's next for the royal family in this situation? We're asking what damage has potentially been done. They're reaching a crossroads in this Harry and Meghan situation. As I say, the theme of this reading really is, how are they doing given the level of venom that has been aimed at them? Crossroads, choice point in the very near future, and I would say the very near future is August, September, because that's when the has-been is around. It's when it's her birthday. They've both gone very quiet. She's very quiet on social media. There is some speculation that they might be in Portugal already and traveling between the UK and Portugal. Ongoing speculation about Archie at least going to school in the UK starting in September. There is a big decision moment for the royal family in how to deal with Harry and Meghan. I should imagine there will be some family meetings up at Balmoral in the next few weeks, deciding how to go forward with this situation. Difficult meetings. The Two of Swords is a difficult card. It's difficult energy because either way, whatever you decide out of those two options is potentially the wrong choice, or you don't have a good choice. You've just got to go with one, the devil and the deep blue sea, and pray. Basically, lots of praying. And I don't mean that in a facetious way, actually. So their view of Harry and Meghan right now, the royal families collectively, it's hard to read on them collectively, death needs to change. Something really very seriously needs to change. In the royals' approach to Harry and Meghan, which is why I say they're at a choice point and difficult meetings, about them, difficult conversations about what to do with them. Something needs to end, something needs to change. Also, they are the disruptors, because this card very clearly, this death card, in the good old-fashioned right away, shows the monarchy being mown down by a knight, by death on a horse, basically. That's what they see. They see them as that level of threat, of existential threat to the royal family with that death card. That is how dangerous they think they are. And they're right to think that, because I think the monarchy has gone through perilous moments in the past however many years, since, say, the Oprah interview. Perilous moments, 4 or 5 years, where potentially Harry and Meghan could have ended the monarchy. And especially we've gone over to the Scorpio King now. Death card is Scorpio energy. King Charles. As I say, he's not a popular choice. He's kind of done all right, but he's had some bad moments that have offended a lot of people in terms of his role as the head of the church and all kinds of things like that. Very difficult. As I say, existential threat, that death card. It's very serious, very dangerous, but also there needs to be a change with the way things go with Harry and Meghan, how the monarchy handles Harry and Meghan, and how Harry and Meghan handle Harry and Meghan. It's radical change and endings required in this death card. So, pressure that the royal family is under from Harry and Meghan. Wow, the death card and the tower card. I felt the need to do this reading today. And it's that serious, Tower. Bring them down. It could absolutely destroy the monarchy. They've played, and I'm not putting my tinfoil hat on and thinking that Harry and Meghan are the puppets that are having their strings pulled by secret organizations and deep state or sinister global forces and all of that stuff. You could read it like that. I'm not going to go there. I don't think I need to. It's possible to read that in. I'm not going to go there, but it's in there potentially if you want to read that, of the lightning striking, the bolt of lightning, and it's striking this structure that has lasted 1,000 years and it's causing it to collapse. It's there. The tower does have a positive aspect to it that we very seldom mention in these readings, these royal readings, because it is a moment of enlightenment. It's a breakthrough moment. But I don't think the royals are viewing the pressure that Harry and Meghan are putting them under as a moment of enlightenment. What it might do is force a certain growth in members of the royal family who might otherwise have been quite stagnant. And by that I mean William and Catherine. It's possibly forced them into a higher energy, a higher vibration than they were operating on previously. But at some cost, obviously, the tower. All right, hopes and fears for the royals. Oh, we got the Empress in reverse. Empress in reverse is again a monarchy card. It was the late Queen, obviously, would have shown up as the Empress in reverse. Worried about her legacy being undermined, and I'm saying that because of all the cards that have stacked up beneath that Empress in reverse. There is another Empress in reverse that they are concerned about. That's Catherine, who is more and more taking on the mother of the nation kind of role, as the Empress figure, very beautiful, very much loved and valued and appreciated, very creative. We've seen that she's just curated a collection at, I can't remember which gallery now, so I've lost my mind today, but she's at risk, that she's the focus of this malevolence that is in this Temperance card in reverse, the Tower and the Death card and all the rest of it. She's the focus of it, and I think they're very aware of it, and they're very concerned about that, the impact it could have on her health and her status and her happiness and all of those things. The hope in that Empress in reverse, of course, a sneaky little hope that saying, look at me, is that Diana too will fail. And I think Diana too has failed spectacularly, all on her own, without anyone needing to do anything. Just keep quiet and sit and wait, because you've been counselled, you've been advised by people who know things. Sit quietly and wait. It will all unravel. And it is kind of unraveling, but the royal family itself almost unravelled too. Where are we heading? Royal family outcome for them of this very tricky period. And a huge sigh of relief. 10 of Pentacles. Intact. Absolutely. Very solid. It doesn't get more solid than the 10 of Pentacles. It's the legacy card. It's the line of succession is intact. The institution is intact. The generations, it's going to be handed on, passed on to the next generation, to William and then to George. There's a sneaky little story about George and Harry that I need to look at, but Prince George, let's call him by his proper title, Prince George and the Has-Been. Sounds like a Harry Potter story. 10 of Pentacles, big sigh of relief. They're going to make it through this, but they're at this choice point now of how to deal with the treachery in the Tower and the Death card and the Empress in reverse and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, all of this stuff. Sober up, and that's the main thing. Don't target our Empress, and maybe get rid of your Empress, your Diana too. Hidden in, no, it's not hidden, but it's just sitting underneath these cards. So anyway, that's the state of the royal family according to the tarot, and in my opinion. Thank you for watching, and we'll move on to the Parkles in the next one.